October 1st, 2017, Stephen Craig Paddock fired hundreds of shots from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel onto an ongoing country music festival. 58 civilians were killed and 546 were injured. This shooting, dubbed the Las Vegas shooting, is the biggest mass shooting in history. The American people do deserve an answer. That's why I'm here. Let's look at the background of the shooter. Stephen Craig Paddock was born to Ben Paddock and Dolores Hudson in 1953, April 9th. His mother raised him since his father was a jailed felon. He later graduated with a degree in business administration from the California State University. From college, he went to work for the IRS until 1984, where he then divorced his first wife and bought his first gun. Then he went to work for Blackstone, a company that merged into Lockheed Martin, a major defense contractor. He left Blackstone in 1990, the same year he left his second wife. From here, his work history is being withheld from us. Why? I think I can explain. Paddock owned 47 guns, 23 of these which he bought to the hotel room. We have all of his gun records and when and where he bought his guns, but in the records it says that he actually bought over 60 guns, not 47. So where are those guns? Well, since Paddock was a defense contractor, it's safe to assume that he was a federal arms dealer. Paddock traveled several countries by cruise: Spain, Italy, Greece, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates. Many of these countries have had problems with terrorism and Islamic extremists. Our government organizations like the CIA have supplied our enemies with weapons to push agendas, so why not now? Stephen Paddock also ran a real estate business and gambled heavily. Both these things scream money laundering. What is money laundering, you ask? Money laundering is the concealment of the origins of illegally obtained money. This can be done through video poker and real estate, both of which Stephen was involved in regularly. Stephen would go to the casino, pay money to play video poker, losing a little but cashing out in the vast majority of his stakes. With his real estate business, it would be really easy to launder cash, as the related government's regulations aren't that robust. He would travel to other countries, sell weapons, launder the money, and give a portion of it back to the government organization he was working for. But that begs the question, why would a federal arms dealer shoot up a country music festival? But I might sound like a crazy person, but I don't think he did it. If Paddock was a federal arms dealer, who is he dealing his wares to? He was supplying his weapons to Islamic terrorists, or more specifically, ISIS. We know this because ISIS themselves have claimed responsibility. And some might say, hey, ISIS claims responsibility for everything. That's just simply not true. Whenever ISIS has claimed responsibility for something, they have always been involved somehow. So did ISIS commit this atrocity? It's more likely than you think. See, the government has always had a hidden agenda, and this time it's gun control and a police state. This is proven by an online forums page post weeks before the attack. The post by someone only going as John says that the shooting in Vegas is going to happen and very soon. This was a week before the actual shooting. Lots of people are going to die, it says, and the only reason is to make the American people think that high security places are not safe. But how did this play out? How did ISIS commit this shooting? Stephen Paddock would move from place to place so he would be able to keep confidentiality. Tonight was no different. He set up a camera system to know if any intruders were coming, and the large crowd outside was perfect cover. Paddock had expected it to go smoothly, but what he hadn't expected was betrayal. His employer had sold him out to the ISIS contact he was dealing with. His employer told the ISIS contact that Paddock was a spy and was going to sell them out. He did this because Paddock was an open end and couldn't be trusted. But the employer didn't stop there. He told the ISIS contact that if he were to kill a large amount of people, say at the nearby country music festival, gun control would be put in place. Now, why would ISIS care about gun control? Well, look at Germany, look at the United Kingdom, look at France. In each of these countries, they have had ISIS-claimed or ISIS-supporting terror attacks almost daily. And why is that, you may ask? Guns are outlawed. This explains why America hasn't had any major ISIS-claimed terror attacks, as over 30% of our population own half our country's guns. So it would be really convenient for ISIS if all our guns were taken away. While my theory might not be correct, it still induces the thought that this operation was a false flag.